Hello everyone, welcome to 90 days self-monetization challenge, and today we are in day 33. As you can see, today we are doing posting on Facebook part 2. Yesterday, remember, we did how to post on Facebook part 1, and we delve in certain aspects of the things that we have to do before and after we post our content. Okay, today we are going to do the part 2, which is how to write Facebook posts that convert. Okay, and what I want you to understand is that there are a couple of things that you still have to know and understand. Applying them critically well is going to help you speed up your audience building, okay, and also to drive traffic to your website. Okay, what the Facebook page that we have created, we are not actually building followers, or we are not building audience only. We are trying to drive people onto our websites so that we will be able to help them, and we will be able to also showcase whatever we also have to actually help these visitors. Okay, so this video is very important for you to go through, and then make sure you complete this course or you complete this task as soon as possible before you continue. Okay, if you are ready, let's go live. Okay, all right. Now, before we continue this, yesterday we finalized our Facebook page optimization. So we looked at the profile picture, how it should look, the picture or the logo that we are using. If you are using our professional headshots, how it's supposed to be. If you are using a logo, what is supposed to be, and how the picture is supposed to be. We've already done this, so I am not going to go through again. We also look at the cover photo design, and I gave you some of the things that you should check on your cover photo or your cover design. I corrected some of your errors that you have on your profile photo and stuff like that, so we are not going back again and do that. Okay, now the bio information too, we looked at that yesterday, so I am not going to talk about it today as well over here. Okay, now let's go to the call to action button. We have also done that yesterday, okay, by showing you where you should change your button to either WhatsApp, and then also try to create a link that goes to your WhatsApp channel or a discussion group, which is also a WhatsApp group where people will join so that they can have a discussion. You can also create a Facebook group, okay, where you will have your discussions on Facebook. But I actually don't like building your audience on Facebook, because Facebook can just take at any time ban you or disable your account. But with WhatsApp, it looks like they will have your personal contact, and some of them or most of them will save your number, so no matter what it happens, they can still contact you. Okay, so WhatsApp is more personal and it's more private than creating building your audience on Facebook. Okay, all right, so try as much as possible to create all these WhatsApp channel and a WhatsApp discussion group alongside building your Facebook page. Is that okay? All right. Now, what I want us to look at it is how to create a pin post. Now, what is a pin post? A pin post is usually one particular post that talks about almost everything that you have on your page, or the key notes of your page. What do you do, why you are doing this, or who are the people that you are trying to help them, what makes you special. I mean, your proposition, what exactly do you have, what is your unique proposition that you have for this target audience? Why should people even follow you? You understand? So you have to create a post that talks about this, so that you pin it at the top of your page. So that page, that particular post will always be there every single day. And one thing you have to understand is that, let me show you an example here. Okay, so when you come to my page here, you realize that if you come to my profile, okay, you can see I have this particular post. Okay, this post is my pin post, as you can see over here, that this is a pin post. Now, this is my first post that I created since I started promoting my page. You understand? And no matter what you post on your page, this post will always be at the top. So people will read this post first before they get access to other posts that you've been posting. So as you can see, the date on this particular post is somewhere November last year, 2025, and as you can see, it is still up there without because it is a pin post. It doesn't go down. Okay, so the current post that I did is on the 19th March, which is this year, and then as you can see, it is following based on the new ones that I am posting. But because I have pinned this at the top, it will always be at the top, and that is what you should do for your post. Now what you have to do is simple. If you want to post, or if you want to pin a post, or if you want to choose a post and make it a pin post, all you have to do is just come to your profile, like I have done mine. Okay, you go to the main home of your Facebook, then you click on your name or the profile page. You click on this, then it will take you to your profile page. Then the profile page, just scroll down. If you go down, you will see any of the posts that you want to pin it. All you have to do is come to the three dots over here. Okay, you click on this, and then you say pin post. Okay, so if you click on this pin post, it will go and be at the top here. Okay, but since you've not created a post that is showcasing whatever you have, whatever you are trying to do, or why you are even doing this in the first place, I want you to create that as a special post that is going to be used for the pin post, because this is what I did this. Okay, this is what I used to do this. So you can say I first introduced myself. Let's start here. I first introduced myself, and then I went ahead and explained whatever you get by following me, and then what we are going to do together. You understand? So here you will see real talk. I mean, I am not going to fake anything. Some of the, I mean, just say something a bit about yourself, or a bit about the page. What is the page about? What somebody, if anybody should follow, what is going to get, why are you doing this, your reason behind, I mean, creating this page and allowing people to follow you and stuff like that. You understand? So this is what you are supposed to create, and then pin it at the top of your page. Is that okay? All right. So once we have done that, let's continue. Now, the username consistency. Okay, this is something that you have already, I'm sure you have already gotten all correct, because this is usually automatic. So you go to the settings, your username, you make sure your username is really what you want it to appear. If your username is 529 builder, that is what it's supposed to be. And if the page name is 529 builder, your username should be 529 builder. Don't try to use something like 529 builder, and then the username will be something like any apart from the 529 builder. Okay, it's usually the same. Okay, if you create the name and then you change the name, the username will not change automatically. So if you created the username and then you created the page name and then later you decided to change it to another name, the username will be at the first name that you created, and so you have to check the consistency and then make sure they all tally with each other. Okay, all right. If you, in case you want to check it, you can see what I'm trying to say is, if the name is Kweku Afeni, like I am seeing it here, try and then make the username also be Kweku Afeni the same. It shouldn't be Kweku Afeni here and then the username will be something different. It shouldn't be so. Okay, you should have your username the same as what the page is about. That is all what I'm trying to say here. Okay, all right, so let's continue. Now we are now going to deal with the parts of a blog post. Okay, there are 3 parts of a blog post, and you have to understand this critically. This is very, very critical. So you have to know the parts that goes in to form a Facebook post or a social media post. Okay, all right. The first post that we are going to have a look, or let's first of all, let's have an overview of whatever we are talking about. When we say a Facebook post or a social media post should have a hook, it should have a body, and then it should have a CTA. So there are 3 parts that forms a complete Facebook post. Okay, now what I want you to understand is that every high performing Facebook post has 3 parts. This isn't theory, this is a proven structure. Master this and you will never wonder what should I post again. Understand? So this is very simple. If you master these 3 parts and then you know how to write them or how to create them, creating a post will not be a difficult thing for you at all, or coming up with a post will not be difficult for you at all. Okay, so let's get to know what these are. Okay, all right. So the hook, let's talk about the hook. The first part of Facebook or social media post here is the hook. That is the first 1 to 2 lines of your blog post, of your Facebook post. Okay. People scroll Facebook at a higher speed. We all know how people are scrolling these days. Okay, so you have just 1 second to interrupt whatever the person is doing in order to grab the attention for the person to read your content. You understand? So you have to use a strong hook to bring this person to your content. So if you are creating hooks that doesn't stop anybody from scrolling or stopping anybody from scrolling, then it means you will be missing people will be missing your content. Whatever you are putting out there, nobody will have a time for it. This is not an algorithm issue. It's because you are not creating your hooks at the right way. You understand? So you have to understand the weak hook and then the strong hook. Okay, all right. So you have to understand, usually this hook is created differently these days. Initially we used to add them into the whole post, but these days, because of that short attention, you have to do it in such a way that it grabs the person attention. So you usually create the hook in a different format so that it appears differently from different from the post itself. Okay, let me show you an example. So as you can see, this is the hook that I'm talking about. Okay, usually you have to create the hook in such a way that it will appear differently. So these days, most of people are doing is that they copy the hook, put it on an image or on a plain background, and then they highlight that particular message to appear bold or to appear completely visible to people. So people will read that first before it grabs their attention to go further, to go and look at what that particular hook is talking about. You understand? So for instance, I created this just today, and I this is what I have written. So write things down. One habit that changed my journey more than any tool or strategy ever did. Now, if somebody reads something like this, although I'm using my personal experience to display whatever the person who will relate to this. Okay, why should I write things down in this technological world right now? You are still putting things down. So the person whoever read this will go like, why should I even write things down? What is this post trying to do? So the person becomes curious. You understand? You wanted to know why I should write things down. You understand? So this is attention grabbing kind of a way of pulling the person to go and read whatever is beneath that particular hook. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. When we say hook, that is something that will grab the person's attention to stop that scrolling, then get to read or watch the video that you have put there. You understand? So that is what it means. All right, so now let's go and then see some of the formulas that you can use, or some of the things that goes in hook creation. Okay, the first formula that you can use to create a hook is what we call provocative question. Okay, you provoke people with a question, or you ask people some question, and the question will actually pull the person in or call the person in, so that the person will come and then either wanted to find what that answer is going to be. So for example, you ask something they are thinking but haven't said it loud. Okay, so that is the provocation question. So what you do is, most of the time, you know your target audience. First of all, I want you to understand this. You know your target audience. If your target audience is people who are trying to lose weight, okay, let's say your target audience are people or a stay-at-home mom, or somebody who is a bit fat and you want to reduce weight. you know these people and what are some of the things that they say within their head. They don't tell people. But as a human being, if you have a problem and you are looking for solution, you keep asking yourself certain questions. Why am I too fat? What exactly can I do to reduce this weight? Why is my belly growing so big? Everybody is having flat tummy and my tummy is always like pot belly, those kind of things. So you know people going through this particular problem, and you know the kind of questions they ask themselves without telling anybody, which is something that they do within their own, in their head. You understand? So, example, you are eating healthy and exercising. So why aren't you losing weight? Now, if you write something like this as a hook, like what I show you, if somebody who is trying to lose weight reads something like this, he's going to call in or pull in and then ask, oh, so somebody is even thinking about what I was thinking. Okay, so another provocation question would be, why does everyone else seems to have it figured out except you? Okay, somebody is trying to figure things out. He's stuck somewhere. He's trying to change his or her life, but he's not finding the right way to do this. So he keeps asking himself, everybody seems to be doing well. Everybody's having something to do. Why am I not finding my way in this particular situation or what the conditions that I find myself in? Okay, so these are some of the things they ask themselves. So when they come to social media and they see a post like this, it calls them. I mean, it makes them like somebody is thinking what I am thinking. So let me just go and read what this person is trying to say or tell me. You understand? Or you can do something like, what if the productivity advice you are following is actually making you slower? Okay, you have to be very specific according to your niche. So you, like I said, you know your people, you know your target audience. So this shouldn't come as a very difficult thing for you. You know when somebody is trying to lose weight, you know some of the things they say in their head. You know when somebody is trying to start a new business, you know what they say, what are some of the questions they ask themselves in their heads, and then stuff like that. Okay, so this shouldn't come as a very difficult thing for you as far as you know the niche that you have chosen. Okay, now the next formula that you can use is what we call a bold statement. Okay, a bold statement is say something controversial and unexpected. Okay, you just have to drop a bomb, or you just have to drop something that everybody is talking about it one way, and then you rather go the other way to draw attention. You understand? For example, your to-do list is lying to you. We all know that before we leave the house, or when you wake up early in the morning, you set up your daily goals. Today I'll do this, today I'll do that. You have your list that you have put them down, whether on your phone or whether on your diary or whatever it is. You have your to-do list, something that you do every single day. You have listed them, and somebody is coming to tell you that, see, what you are doing, what this to-do list that you are doing is lying to you. This is not helping you. Okay, come on, something that I am doing every day, and it is making me, it is helping me, it is pushing me ahead to, finish all my goals within the day, and you are now telling me it is lying to me. No, I don't understand this. So let me just go and read why you are saying this. You understand? So this is what a bold statement really do. Okay, somebody will say, stop trying certain goals. Okay, what are you even talking about by this? Stop trying certain goals. We all set goals, so why are you telling me I shouldn't set goals? Okay, then within the post, you go ahead and then explain the sustainable approach. You will set a goal, not just a goal, but you have to put things down for it to make the goal work. So you just don't set goals. You set goals, but you put systems there to make you complete or reach those goals that you have set for yourself. So somebody will see this and then go wild, wanted to know what exactly are you saying about it. So that is the controversial, unexpected, bold statement that people use to grab you for you to interact with their content. Okay, that side hustle everyone recommended, it's a trap. Okay, everybody is saying go and do content creation, go and do affiliate marketing, but you just went and said affiliate marketing is a trap. Don't even try to go there. So the moment somebody sees that and the person is interested in doing affiliate marketing, he goes like, what is this person trying to say? I'm trying to be an affiliate marketer, and then you are telling me this. Okay, so let me just go and look at what this person is trying to say. All right, so you should provide the reason why you are saying this. Just don't try to deceive people by putting this thing there and then go and say something different. No, you have to make sure whatever you are saying is a point. It's a proof that you have actually gotten a hack, something like a tip that is working for you, a strategy that is working for you, and then you want to drive people attention that this is what I am getting and this is what I have that is working, that you can use to take away yourself from all this noise or all this competition. You understand? So that is what. So create curiosity, then slight discomfort, they keep reading. So stuff like that actually makes people follow whatever you are trying to put out there, right? Now the third formula is what we call direct call out. Okay, the direct call out is name the target audience directly. Okay, an example: if you are a 9-to-5 worker dreaming of side income, read this. You understand? Now it means that your target audience is a 9-to-5 worker, somebody who is working during the day, and then but the person is trying to start another business that will increase his earning or probably increase his money or financial status. You understand? Then you say that to that person. Now the moment this person who is working during the day sees this particular post or this particular hook, the person will get interested, and then you will come to your content and then see exactly what you are trying to say. You understand? So these are some of the formulas that you can use to create a hook, and it is something that works perfectly for every niche. This is not a particular niche that you're supposed to use this. Every niche that you are in, you can use this to do that. Okay, so usually what this direct call out usually do is it make them feel seen immediately. Okay, if you mention this and the person who is reading this is, let's say, a 9-to-5 worker, it means you have mentioned the person's name, so it makes the person feel very targeted. This person is really talking to me. Exactly. So that is what it means. So it makes the person you are calling the person directly to come and read whatever you have put there. Okay. All right, now the fourth one, the fourth formula that you use is the pain point strike. Okay, the pain point strike is hit the frustration they are feeling right now. Okay, you know your audience, you know what they are going through, you know their pain point. So what you have to do is just hit them with the pain point. For example, you are tired of starting over every Monday, aren't you? You understand? So if you ask somebody like this, there are some people almost every week they have a new kind of idea they want to execute. Okay, and these are the people who we call them a chronic starters. They start almost every month or almost every week. There is a new idea they want to pursue, and these people, if you want to call them in, probably for them to come and you have a system that will help them to choose one particular idea and then stick to it until it works. You can talk to the person this way: you are tired of starting over every month. You know, these people, they have been doing this and they know they are chronic starters. So if you are talking to them directly like this, hitting their pain point, they feel seen, they feel like targeted, and then they want to relate or they want to read whatever you are trying to say. So working 40 hours and still broke, let me guess why. Okay, you have tried 10 different ideas or 10 different diets and nothing sticks. Here is why. So this emotional punch, attention, is definitely you are going to get attention, because the person is really going through that pain. The person is trying to find a way to solve this particular problem that is keeping him or her sleepless nights, and then you just hit it right in front of the person. So definitely the person is going to stop whatever he's doing to read that particular content that you have put there. You understand? So this is how you get people to relate with your content. Now the last but not the least, which is the pattern interrupt. Okay, people say something that breaks their expectation. Okay, if somebody is a chronic starter, somebody who thinks that I have to work hard in order to get money, I should hustle seriously hard in order for me to get the money that I want. Now, if somebody who believes in this particular ideology is scrolling on Facebook and go like, I'm about to tell you to stop working hard or working so hard. Okay, or you go ahead and say stop working hard and work smart. So if this person believes in working hard, and then you tell the person to stop working hard and rather maybe start working smart, that means the person is just going to get interested. Okay, what is this person trying to say? You understand? So this is also another pattern that you use or another formula that you use to grab people's attention for them to interact with your content. So forget everything you know about saving money. Okay. We all know that you have to save money. and then which means if you get more money, you take some a percentage of that money and then you put it aside without spending that money, so you are saving it. Then somebody will come to and then use a hook like, forget everything you know about saving money. What it means, so you have another way of saving money apart from all that we know. You understand? So this is what it triggers people. It makes people curious. It makes people much more interested, and then it surprises them, creates those kind of engagement for your content. Okay, all right. Now let me show you some bad hooks. A bad hook here is referring to some of the hooks that doesn't click with anybody. Okay, for example, I just published a new blog post about weight loss. Who cares? If you have posted a blog post that talks about weight loss, who cares? Nobody cares about that. Check out my tips for productivity. Nobody cares about that. Here's something interesting I learned. Nobody cares about that. Okay, happy Monday, everyone. That is absolutely out of the way. Nobody cares about that. Nobody's waiting for you to come and wish them a happy Monday, happy Tuesday, or a happy week. So stop posting that as a hook to direct people to come and observe. Unless you just want to put something out there that you don't want people to even relate to it, then you can post this kind of. But these are not hooks. Okay. All right, so these are just announcements, not hooks. Nobody cares about all those kind of hooks, that bad hooks. Okay, now a good hook here means you are eating healthy and exercise. So why aren't you losing weight? You know, when you see something like this, the person becomes more interested and wanted to know, why are you saying this? Your to-do list is lying to you. Here is why you are still behind. Okay, if you are working 40 hours and still broke, read this. You are not lazy. You are just using the wrong system. Some of these things actually break the pattern and then stop people from scrolling, passing out from your content. Okay, so be very mindful about that. Now, what I want you to understand, or what I want you to know, is that hooks is all to hook somebody to your content. You always have to make sure it is about them, not you. Understand? That is what you have to put in your mind, that a hook is always about them, not you. Okay, all right, so that is the basic. Now you have to pause the video and then try to exercise this. Okay, write 5 hooks for your niche right now using the 5 formulas. So I want you to stop the video and then don't use any AI tool to create this. Just use your own mind. Try to use your brain to come up with a hook going through, or the examples that I have given in those 5 formulas. Try and create something that is related to your niche, and then see if you can create something similar to what I have shown you, okay, within your niche. Okay, all right, now let's continue the video. Let's move to the part 2. The part 2 is the body of the content. Okay, now the body of the content here means what the information, or what is the tip that you are trying to tell us. After you hook the person, you have to let the person come and read the whole story, the whole information that is there. Okay, that is the middle section of your content, and it also has a particular way of structuring them. Okay, the purpose of this body is to hook, stop the scrolling, and then body, build connection, and then provide value. This is where they decide, this person gets me. You understand? This is where they decide. So after reading your hook, it is now up to you to grab their attention for that, whatever 3 minutes, whatever 5 minutes you want them to stay on your content, and then read or watch whatever you have put there. You understand? So this is also very important. You cannot just go and call somebody and then the person will come and then you come and read, excuse me to use, rubbish, okay, or something that is even not interesting. You understand? Okay, so please take your time and do this. All right, now a body structure option 1. Okay, there's something we call micro story. Okay, now this is you share a relatable struggle, yours or your audience. Okay, you look for some stories that are related to your niche. What is something that is about you, or that is something that about an audience going through. Okay, for instance, you can have a story like let me use my niche for instance. Somebody who is working 9 to 5 and is trying to make money alongside working without quitting his job. What are some of the things that the person is going to relate? Well, somebody who has tried making money before, but it didn't work. Okay, probably he tried a side business, and because of the time constraint, he is not able to deliver exactly what it is supposed to deliver, so the company or the business didn't work. Okay, so these are some of the struggles. Or somebody who is trying to find time and he's not getting time. He will close at work, gets home 10 o'clock, and then after he takes food, he's already feeling sleepy, he will sleep. But deep within him or her, he wants us to do something before he sleeps. But the body is too weak that he's not able to do that. So these are some of the struggles that you can share on on your page, so that when people read these kind of stories, they become self-aware. It's like, this is real. Somebody is also going through what I'm also going through. You understand? So these are some of the things that you need to share with your audience or write about, so that they become related to your content. Okay, so I wrote some example, a very short example here. Three months ago, I was exactly where you are, working so and so hours a week, making good money, still stressed, something like that. So you put a story like this there, and then you will realize that somebody who is also at this particular situation will come and read and go like, man, this person is really talking to me. This is the problem I'm having right now. How do I even solve it? How do I? So the person will start connecting with you to trying to see if he or she is going to get a solution from you, because it is a pressing issue for him or her. You understand? Okay. Now let's go to the second option. The second option is what we call a quick value tips. A quick value tips here is to give one or two actionable insights or actionable tips. Okay, use bullets or arrows for scannability. You understand? So this one, you give tip. Okay, if you want to stay consistent, do this, do this, do this. If you want a disciplined life, do this, do this, do this. If you want to save money, try to spend maybe 50% of your income. Take 30% of your salary to do this, 20% of this. You see, so this is what the quick value tips is really arranged. You give some tips by using some bullet points or numbering kind of a thing to show the person how that steps can be achieved. You understand? So that is what that means. Now, body structure option number 3. That is the problem, agitation, and solution. Okay, you have to state the problem. Okay, state the problem they are facing, make it hurt a little, agitate the pain. Okay, you state the problem, then you add more pain to it, how bad it could be. Okay, and then you give a solution. You try to give a solution that will actually bring the person's heart down. For example, the problem, you are trading time for money. Somebody who is working 9 to 5 is trading time for money, because the time that you spend at work is what you will get paid. Okay, now to increase this pain, you just have to say you are working 40 hours every week. Now the moment you give somebody that 40 hours, it becomes too huge for the person. So the person is now going like, really, so every week I spend 40 hours in this work, and the work is even not paying me. How am I supposed to be even paid? You understand? So that is how you increase the pain. Then you get paid, you miss the week, lose the money within a week pay. You understand? So when the money even hits your account, it's finished. So when you say something like this, it makes the person feel very uncomfortable, because it is true, it is happening in the person's life. So when you say something like this, it makes the person feel uncomfortable, and then you give a solution. Okay, you give a solution to the person by giving some steps that the person is going to take in order for the person to either save a little money all the time, or do something alongside that 40 weeks that he's spending, 40 hours within a week that he's spending at the job site, to start something. Okay, start something with what they have, something like a skill, knowledge, or experience, and then just like what I am doing. You understand? So that is what this body structure option number 3 also works. Now let's see the 4, which is the myth busting. Okay, we all entertain this kind of myth. Okay, there are certain things that are even not true in some of our industries, but we believe it is there. So you search for this, and then you call out a common belief in your niche. You explain why it is wrong. You offer the better approach. For example, everyone says just work hard. We all know to get money, to get somewhere, to be successful, you have to work hard. So now, when you come and say don't work hard, okay, working hard is actually not it will not make money for you, but rather you go ahead and say for you to get the money, you have to put in better systems, create a system or build a system, and then follow a particular structure. There are people who are confusing movement with progress. Okay, they are everywhere. They are doing things everywhere, but they don't make any progress. So those people who believe that you have to make a move in order for you to make a progress, you can use this as a myth, okay, and then you bust it, you destroy it in their minds. Not that you should. So a person who believes in hard work, you tell the person, hey, hard work doesn't really pay. It's rather working smart with systems and structure that actually makes you money. You understand? Okay, so that is what the myth busting to also works. Now, let me give you the formatting for Facebook body copy. Okay, so the first thing that you have to understand is you have to use short sentences. Okay, you have to, because Facebook, you don't have to write long sentences. No, just keep everything short sentence. Okay, and then you add lines, breaks between thoughts. So you can write maybe 2 to 3 lines, then you break it, and like you leave a space, more space in it. You can use stuff like bullet points, okay, and then use some 2-3 paragraphs or 4 should be, depending on the niche that you are in or the topic that you are talking about. If you have to go extensively by showing the person exactly what is supposed to be done, just go ahead and write it, but make it entertainable, and also try to keep white space within that. It makes the reading very easier, especially on mobile phone. You understand? So try giving a white space, not on the Facebook alone. I've told you, within your blog post as well, that is on your website. So try as much as possible to keep a white space. White space means you have to give spaces within your post. If you want to look at what I'm talking about, let's go to my post. You see, when I wrote this, okay, the first 4 paragraphs, I gave a break. This whole gap here is the space I'm talking about. Okay, as you go down, there's another space here. As you go down, there's another space here. And even from this line to this line too, they are not attached to each other. I have some space within it, which makes this is a very long post, but it's still very easy for you to read. That's what the white space is all about. Okay. All right. Now let's continue. Now, what makes a body copy hit different? I mean, what makes people love reading your content when you put it out there? Okay, so you have to speak their internal dialogue out loud. What people are thinking within their heads is what you have to write about. Because when somebody feel like this person is talking directly what is in my head, that is when they relate to what your content is all about, and they feel like connecting with you. Understand? Use you language, not people or one. Okay, always direct your post to talking to the person who is reading it. You use the word you. You are doing this, you are wrong, you are this. So the person will know you are talking to them, or you are talking to him or her. So it makes the person feel like, okay, you are talking to me, so let me listen to you. You understand? Yeah, so be specific, not vague. Try as much as possible to be specific. If it is 40 hours, or if it is 40 weeks, don't say long time or long hours. If you say long hours, it makes the whole thing vague. But be specific. 40 weeks, 2 weeks, 7 days, 90 days. When you are saying 90 days, it makes the person know that, okay, it is, even though it is 3 months, but if you make it 90 days, it makes the person also know it is specific. Okay, include relatable details, their experience. Like I've told you, you can add stories that are related to them. Make them feel understood before you sell to them. Okay, that is what it means. Now, let's pause the video here and then try as much as possible to write 3 different body sections for the same hook. So what you have to do is pick one hook that you have created from the previous exercise, and now try to create a body with it. You can just write probably maybe 5 or 6 lines, and then that will serve as the body of the message or of the post. Okay, so use that to come out with a blog post. Please don't use AI to create this. Try and use your own brain to jot this down. Write this post yourself. Okay. Now, the third part is what we call the CTA, the call to action. And that is always the last part of your post. Okay. Now that you have gotten their attention, and then you have explained whatever you have in the post, you have tell them. Now, what do they have to do is what you have to tell them. Okay, so CTAs are, you have given value to the body. Now tell them what they should do, or what they should do with it. So that is why you say, subscribe to my channel, like my video, please hit the like button, subscribe to this page, please bookmark this, something like share this. So these kind of things is what we call the CTA, call to action. You are calling the person to do something on your content for you. Comment below, something like that. These are some of the things that goes in the CTA. Okay, so CTA type 1, okay, drive to website. These are some of the things you can use CTA to tell people to click some link, and then it will take them to your website or your blog, okay, for them to come and read the full guide that you have provided. Sometimes within Facebook, you cannot say all that you have to say, and that is how you're supposed to be done. You have to give a gist of whatever is in the full blog post, and then you give them the link so that they will click on it, and then or show them where they should go in order to have access to the full document or the full guide that you have provided. Okay, a full breakdown of my blog, something like that. Then you put the website there. I wrote 2,000 words on this, link in the bio. Okay, so the person will go to your bio and then continue, click on it, and then go to your website and go and read. So this is how to drive traffic to your website, CTA, using CTA. Now the next one is engagement or comment. This is also what you say, drop this if this hits differently, something like that. Drop this in the comments below, comment this in the comment section, something like that. Details in the comment section. Then the person will go there and then tell me your version about this. What do you think about this? Do you know somebody going through this? Tag the person, something like that. So the person will go to your comment section and then tag the person or share it to the person. So you are telling the person to do something on your content, and that is what you call the CTA. Okay. The third one is what we call save share. Okay, the person, you will tell the person to either save this, probably you may need it, so bookmark this, save this, and that kind of thing. So this is another CTA session that you can use. And the fourth type is the conversational starter. Okay, now what would you add to this list? Something like this. Okay, am I the only one who feels this way? You ask a question. Okay, then they respond within the comments. You understand? Agree or disagree? Let's debate, something like that. You just open the floor for people to start sharing what their thoughts and their responses to whatever they have read. You understand? So this is what the fourth one also goes. Now, how to choose the right CTA? Now, blog post days, okay, drive to traffic. So if your post is about trying to drive people to your website to go and read the blog post, or an excerpt from the blog post, you have created a blog post, and then you pull some part of the blog post, and then you come and paste it on the Facebook. Then you want people to read the Facebook, and then after that go and continue the full one inside your website. That is what you have to choose the blog post days. Then you go the engagement post days, those posts that actually ask people to do something within the comments or ask for comments. Okay, then valuable tip post, then ask for save shares, something like that. Okay, and then probably you have a prompt you want to share, or you want people to download the whole thing. You can go ahead and then do the variable tip and then let them ask for the saves or share. Okay, then mix it up. You can just go ahead, look at what actually suits the content, and then you go ahead and then you do that. Okay, all right. Now let's look at the bad CTA examples. Okay, no CTA. If you don't have any CTA within your Facebook post, it's not good at all. Let me know what you think. If you say something like that at the end of your blog, at the end of your Facebook post, that is also not good. And then check out my website, or check out my new post or my new design or something like that. These are not CTAs. Okay. Now the best one is to read the full strategy, comment yes, save this, and then try it this week. Tag your accountability partner below, or tag somebody who is going through this, share this with somebody who is going through this. These are some of the things that we call it the call to action. Okay, all right. Now the next exercise that I'm giving you is stop this video as you are watching here, and then write 5 different CTAs you can use this week. Okay, so identify some of the CTAs that I have talked about it above, and then select 5 of them that you are going to use within the week when you start posting on your Facebook. Okay, all right. So you pause the video, you do that, then you continue. Now there is another thing that goes in posting on Facebook or social media that is getting very popular these days. People are using dark psychology to trigger emotions, to call people, for them to relate or interact with their content. So let me just take a quick look, or let's take a quick look at the dark psychology triggers. Okay, some of the things that you will see on Facebook people are doing online, and then you identify it, and then you see it as a dark psychology. It's psychologically true that those things works. Okay, all right. Before we continue, let me put some ethical user disclaimer here. Okay, now this particular part of the training that I'm giving you, this is for educational purposes. I am not telling you to go and use it to manipulate anybody. Okay, so these are for psychological principles, not manipulation. Use them to help people engage with valuable content, never use to deceive or trick. The goal is to stop scrolling so that they can provide value, or you can provide value to them. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is that whatever you are going to learn in this dark psychology here is not for you to go and use it to manipulate anybody. No, because it works. That is why I am putting this disclaimer here. So please use this as it is, because I'm giving it to you because it's supposed to, you have to know how to use them properly and then ethically. Okay, all right. Now, trigger number 1, we call it pattern interrupt. Now, pattern interrupting, what does it do, or what is it? You say something unexpected that breaks their mental pattern. So, for example, stop trying to be productive. Now, when you say something like this to somebody who is already productive, okay, you are doing a pattern interrupting. The person's pattern is to work hard. Now you are telling me not to work hard. So whatever I know or whatever my mind has been programmed to accept, you are interrupting it. And that person will come at you. That person would definitely come and look at whatever you are trying to tell him. Why are you telling me not to work hard? I know work hard is what I'm supposed to do, but why are you telling me not to work hard? You understand? I'm going to tell you to quit your job. Okay, when you see somebody who's working and then you go ahead and said, I want to tell you to quit your job. When you say something like this, it is pattern interrupting. Psychologically, you are triggering this person to come in and then listen to exactly what you are trying to say. Forget everything you know about dieting. Okay, when you say something like this, the person will come at you. It's psychologically, you have interrupted their pattern of thinking. Why it works? That's what I just said. The brain picks up when unexpectedly are violated. Okay, you believe in something, you know something is true, something is working, and then you go and say, no, this thing doesn't work. The brain automatically try to give something like it will try to accept the new one, but you have to convince the person. So the person will come at you. That's what it means. All right. Now, how to use it? Start with seemingly contradictory advice, immediately follow with the nuanced truth, and then work best as a hook. So you can use this as a hook, just like we have seen above. Okay, so usually you can use this pattern interrupt for a hook. Now, trigger number 2, which is call out the unspoken struggle. It's just like the one we have dealt with already. Okay, say out loud what they are thinking, but not seeing it. Okay. Say out loud what they are thinking, but not seeing it. Or something like, you know what nobody talks about, how exhausting it is to start over every Monday. You see how this thing goes. Okay, it's like you are saying something. Somebody is having that kind of thought in their head. He is not saying it outside for people to hear it, but you are saying it loudly for the person to hear. You understand? It's just like what we have done at the hook level. Okay, can we be honest? You are not too busy. You are overwhelmed by bad systems. So you are not lazy. You are just using a bad system. When you say something like this, you are doing a call out the unspoken struggle. It's a dark psychology strategy that people use to grab attention. Why it works, I've already told you that it makes them feel deeply understood, and then you can use this to start with, you know what nobody talks about, or be honest. Let's be honest. Can we be real for a second here? When you start your content this way, it makes the person come to you like, you now understand what I'm talking about or what I'm thinking about. This person understand what I'm thinking about. You understand? So that's it. Now the third one is to create curiosity gap. Okay. Hint a valuable information without revealing it. For example, I learned this trick from a therapist and it changed everything. You understand? So you are saying something. There's some curiosity there, but you are not giving the full information. So it makes the person curious to know exactly what you learned from the therapist. You understand? So there's one thing successful people do differently. Most people miss it. When you say something like this, the person will go like, exactly what successful people are doing. They want to know exactly what they do that I am not doing. So they will learn how to do it. So probably they will also be successful. I find out why you can't stick to your goals. It is not what you think. Okay, so you open some curiosity kind of gap and then you leave it there. Then the person will come at you, then come and look at exactly what you mean by that. Okay, brain hates incomplete information. So you must know the answer. Well, this curiosity gap actually creates incomplete information, and we all know when information is not complete, we definitely will psychologically we will try to find out the end of that information. So that's how it works. Okay. All right. Now triggers number 4: use you language. Okay, just like we have dealt with at the top there. Okay, always concentrate on the reader by using the word you. Okay, that is what it makes the person feel like you are talking to them personally. Okay, so people struggle with time management. That is not good. You can use you are struggling with time management. Yes. Now, when you say you are struggling with time management, anybody with bad schedules, always late and stuff like that, will be related to that. I am a bad time manager. You understand? So that's it. Okay. Now, it's hard to stay consistent. When you say something like this, you are not talking to me. So you know you should be consistent, but you keep failing on, or you keep falling on. You understand? So if you state something like this, I feel seen, I feel worried because this is me. You understand? So this is how it works. Okay. Now the number 5, which is trigger self-reflection. Okay, ask questions that make them examine themselves. For example, be honest. When is the last time you did something just for you? You understand? Okay, quick question. Are you building your dream or someone else's? Now, if you ask questions like this, it makes the person feel like, okay, you are talking to me though, but I have to answer this question myself. You understand? So this is self-reflection. Something that I'm thinking, why I'm helping somebody to build his dream, but why am I not able to build my own? Okay, so something like that. Okay, so this is psychologically, it triggers people to come for your content. So the 6th one is social proof through relatability. Okay, you are not alone in this struggle. When you say something like this, it makes people feel related. Okay. Oh, so right now everybody is struggling with money. You understand? So if the person is struggling with money and then he goes and see you are not alone in this money struggling, the person will feel like, oh, okay, so there are people who are also going through what I'm going through. All right, then let me just go look for them, or let me just join them so that we will learn together or find a way of getting out of this problem. So if you've ever felt like a fraud even when you are succeeding, you are not alone. Okay, so statements like this usually bring this person to your content and makes them interact with you. So take a time or okay, so this is the exercise you have to practice. Exercise. Take one of your hooks and add a dark psychology trigger. So you can go back to the hooks that you wrote at the first exercise and then turn it into a dark psychology hook and then see if it will work. Okay. Remember, all this thing that I'm showing you, you can do with AI, but try it with yourself first before you go to AI, because you need to understand how this is done so that you'll be able to prompt the AI to do exactly what you ask it or you want it to do. Because if you don't understand and you ask the AI to generate it for you, it will generate any generic thing for you, and that will not work. Understand? So you have to understand what I'm teaching you before you go ahead and explain it to the AI for the AI to do it for you. Now let's look at content generation strategy. Quickly, this is very, very quick. You have to know where to get endless post ideas. Okay, some of the people, they get exhausted of topics. They said, I don't even know what to post again. No, there are so many ways you can get content ideas to post them. So let's look at some of them. Source number 1 is your blog post. You know, I told you the last time that we are going to use the subtopics that you created to create the post. Okay, so you can get content from your blog post, your website posts in order for you to post it on Facebook. You understand? Okay, that is one. Now the second one is Facebook group comments. Go to Facebook group where there are comments. People are asking questions. People are sharing their worry, problems, and their stories. Use those ones to create content or to create posts. These people will come and then relate to that kind of questions, that kind of stories they are sharing on the comment section of those posts. And then you get them to interact with your content. Okay, so Facebook group comments, there are so many content ideas coming from there. You understand? You read what people are asking, you turn questions into posts, then you answer them. Okay, so this is how you get content to post on Facebook groups. Then the third one is your own struggle. You can use your own struggle. You've gone through the process. You've done something very, you failed several times, and now you've been able to make it. So you can share that story, use it as a post, and people will relate to that. The fourth one is the common myth, just like we have seen before. So there are myths that you can use to create content. What people think it is true, but it isn't. Okay, what advice is everywhere, but it is wrong. Stuff like that. So this is what it means by going to use the common myth in your niche. Now the last one is the personal stories. Using personal stories. Try to create stories behind scenes and stuff like that, and then you can use it to create posts. So you have to mix all these things. You can have 60% of educational tips, how-to, insights, and stuff like that, and then you come and then do. Okay, so what you have to do is just use 60, 20, 10, 10 rule. Okay, so you have 60% of educational, 20% of engagement, that is questions, posts, discussions, and then 10% of personal stories behind the scenes, and then 10% of promotions. You have to promote your blog or whatever product you are having, or if there is an offer you want them to experience it, you share with that. Those are just 10%, so 10, 10, 20, and then 60. So content batching for efficient. Don't write one post at a time. Okay, what you do is you have, like as I told you, take one Sunday, then you create all your week posts and then you schedule them. That's what it meant by batching. Okay, you batch them. If you do this and then you schedule them, it makes your content creation very consistent, because you have time to do other things as well whilst automatically posting on Facebook as well. You understand? Okay, but you, like I've told you, you have to find a way of always going to Facebook as and when your post goes live, because Facebook wants to see you there when you are posting. So if you post without you logging into the system or going into the page to see if the post is live, then it means you will be treated as an AI. So the final tips and the remedies. Okay, what makes a blog post go viral? Okay, emotional resonance. They feel seen, which is shareability. They want others to see it. Clear value, that is, they learn something new from your post. And then strong hook, they stop scrolling. Cool. So these kind of things are the things that will make your content go viral. You understand? So take note of that. Now the second one is what kills engagement. Being too long salesy. Okay, every post you are trying to sell. Vague language, some people, things, stuff like that. No. Then use no personality, sound like a robot. Okay, no CTA. So these are some of the things that kill engagement. So you have to understand that. Now quickly, 80-20 rule. 80% value, relationship building, helping, then 20% promotion, selling, CTA to buy, something like that. So 20% of promoting your products or stuff on the platform, and then 80% of giving value to them. Okay, build trust. Your day 32 action, you have to finalize your Facebook page, then write your 5 posts during the hook or using the hooks that you have done. Schedule post for 2 to 3 days. Post your first. Optimize content today and practice dark psychology triggers ethically. Okay, so these are the things that I want you to be aware of this today, and then try as much as possible to go by the rules I have given you. Okay, track what works, which post gets more comments, more share, more likes. Some of things that you have used, some of the hooks that you have used, and it is working. CTAs that are working, click through and stuff like that. Try to keep them, and then be using them on your platform, because when it becomes familiar, people with that, they will resonate with that, and then it goes with them. All right, so we are going to end the class here today and then continue tomorrow. If you get any value from this video, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let me know whatever you think about this in this comment section. And then let's meet tomorrow. It's bye.